Hey everyone, welcome to a Two Girls with a quick look of Dog of Dracula 2.
Cyber Monogatari! Whatever it is. We have no idea what this is going to be like.
This story is dedicated to all those otakus who fight against injustice and corruption every day of their lives. Years ago, we defeated the Nasser whatever and his band of condiments that devastated the world, but life only got worse. Cybercognition is compulsory. The cyber band, the endless sprawl of commuted trash has the control over humanity. Some opted to plug in. Most had no choice. Others, like me, have resisted data slavery and the corruption that don't like, and the corrupt corporations that I can't see it.
It's okay. 2000 BC, Nuevo Toyko is about to explode.
This is really neat. This is really awesome to me.
I've got a complex that's falling apart. Maybe that's why I'm drawn to joints like this. I can relate. Desolation is a common sight in this new info age, and I guess that's why the news heads call it the pre-post-apocalypse. An old sauce den abandoned after decriminalization, lost somewhere between the urban decay and the dire straits in dead zone Nuevo Toyko.
I like how they call it Nuevo Toyko, as if Tokyo and like some Spanish-speaking country have now become one area.
The ketchup splatter patterns camouflaging the cracks in the walls like tomato graffiti do little to help me forget the past, and the cloying smell of corn syrup does far too much to remind me of it, of her. Of Chrissy, the one true force for good I've ever known in this 2-bit world. But she's gone now, and I've got no one but myself to blame, an all too familiar routine.
What are we doing in this creep joint, dog?
Shit, I don't know. You're up.
Are they injecting soy sauce?
You said sauce den.
You take this one.
I've been off this stuff for months, man. It's all you. This is my permanent address. I'll oversauce here with a vamp dog in my lap and hope far out of sight. Shooting up Kikkoman in the dark, hourly high sodium drive-bys is the only thing I've got going for me. I'm close to the point of no return, or a little past it.
Ah, that's the stuff!
A little pick-me-up, and I'm better equipped to put myself down. Join all the ghouls I've groomed 6 feet under this rotten city, festering in a wooden kimono covered by transistors and dirt. A heavy knock on the door rattles the walls and nearly topples over my Figma collection. If first impressions are everything, we're not off to a good start. I know what it's about before the rube behind the door can take the modern wire out of their mouth long enough to speak up. Modem wire, sorry. I've been blasting Durst Step for 6 hours straight, trying to shake the feeling of existential dread from my skull. What can I say? I put a lot of faith in the classics. So do they mean like Durst Step, like Fred Durst?
Yes, like if somehow dubstep became like
Fred Durst
mixed up with Fred Durst, so they just like both like
it's Durst Step,
and it's a classic.
Rolling.
This ain't a salon, asshole. Turn the tunes down.
He's about to learn human contact and I get along as well as internal monologue and soy sauce. And they don't get along well.
You don't know who you're messing with. I've been cooped up for years playing first-person fraggers and flipping manga pages. I'm a homicidal otaku weapon. Don't test me, baka!
Another knock, and down goes Hatsune Miku, a perfect marriage of accuracy and posability left crumpled on the floor with Pocky crumbs. God damn it. Alright, partner, you know what time it is. Oh my god! With a shrill whimper, I pull open the door, the greatest test of my upper arm strength since I spent an afternoon cathartically slugging myself.
Everyone take a moment, let's listen to this. Stacey, do not admit that you know the words to this song. For some reason, she's able to recite all the lyrics. She's mouthing the lyrics now. I can't deal with this. Stop knowing all the words! Stop knowing them! It's weird! It's like, are you secretly listening to...
This was when I was in high school.
Yeah, are you secretly listening to Fred Durst when no one's around? Because there's no way that you could mouth the words and know every single word as they're happening. Unless you're secretly listening to it with headphones on in the corner with the lights off.
It wasn't quite high school. I think it was like junior high, but...
I can't deal.
Awesome. I give the goons board the 3-finger salute. He won't be booting up for a while. I stare dejectedly at the hamstrung remains of my dear Hatsune and recall something Carl once told me. One man's plastic is another man's sweetheart. Ain't that the truth? A hushed cry escapes my lips, and it's not long before some eye water joins the getaway. My knuckles are scraped and dripping crimson like I tried to get the marble out of a strawberry ramoon. Ramoon? It felt good to use my hands again. And to be honest, I prefer it to the feeling of conditioner. I'm everything a groomer ought not to be, but that's as much news as the core mind-jacking, the power core low.
The corpse mind-jacking, the poor saps shambling around the cyber streets.
Yeah, but I think it's core, like Army Corps.
Oh.
The undead grooming business is hardly booming anyway. When all the ghouls got to do to tickle their pleasure centers, to hit up the dark side of the cyber bond through some sauce proxies, what good's a shave and a haircut?
Oh, sorry. Turn the game. He's got a keyboard plugged into his head.
Yeah, I'm not exactly following everything that's going on here, but I think we should continue.
Look, he's got a pillow.
Oh! Yeah. Sigh. It's heck out there, ain't it, Sid?
Worse than heck. I thought I was dead. It's hell!
You're not dead. The guy in the door was gone.
Oh.
Carl kicking off brought something out of the dog. A real drive and a sense of purpose. Too bad it hasn't worn off on me. I hear ya. Wish I could just hit a key and bankrupt the core. The human to vampire dog ear conversion rate's been flipped upside down by the dystopic hellscape of Y2K. What the fuck is going on in this
I'm
game?
following it perfectly. Don't you understand? The economics of turning dogs to vampires is just flipped upside down since the crash of the Y2K bug. In this alternate universe where Y2K happened and dogs became vampires who became robots.
You try to punch the last few years into Dog's calculator, and all you'll get back is the lamentations of the oppressed and a coupon for the latest in core hardware, so it's no surprise he's on edge. You ever think about Carl, the mansion?
Carl's still out there somewhere, hunting the conventions. Only now he's just cosplaying a ghost. I'm not worried.
This is great.
But the mansion? No, it made me feel like a fry out of oil. I'm glad to be out of the USA Company. Incorporated.
I guess. Maybe things would be different if we never rescued Willie.
Yeah, maybe.
The sauce well would have run dry a long time ago, but maybe Chris would still be around. Won't you sit me goodbye, Sid?
It's
a soda. It's a bonus soda.
Great.
Oh, he's all young now.
Don't just cut my tongue this time, babe.
I remember holding her close and giving her a nervous sip on the tab, like a prudish diabetic might.
I'll be home before you know it. Should I put you in the fridge a while I'm gone?
No, I want to stay lukewarm for you.
Christian.
What happened to you and Chrissy?
She thought I was drinking from another can. The marriage went flat after that. If only I had a chance to make it work.
Well, were ya? Was I? Was I unfaithful? Imbibing some babe from a sixer behind Chrissy's back label? No. I was just catching up with an old bud. At least that's the story I tell myself. But I've got better things to do than open old wounds for a hound caught up in the system.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, take the edge off, dude. Shooting up soy sauce.
Forget it. It ain't gonna help anymore tonight. I'm just so tired.
If you ask me, you're better off without her. But I got something that can help you forget.
You know what? You know I'm no bite junkie.
Come on. The cipher pipe's a safe way to plug in without the corruption corporations prying. All I'm saying...
And all I'm saying is fuck your cyber bun. No matter how you slice it, dog. You don't understand love. The only thing you've ever embraced is a computer world order. Fuck the cyberspace heartbreaks and the pop-up policia. Fuck the new millennium. Do you remember what brains are? The Corps calls those processors now. They're gonna plug in every last person until we're all just bits in a database.
I think maybe corpse, like corporations.
Okay.
You're exaggerating. The Bond's got a lot to offer.
Yeah. Wolf leaks. We fucking get it, dog. You're a dog blog. You've got a dog blog.
Whoa, hold up. WoofLeaks has been blowing code in the pipe about corp corruption for months. It's called making a difference, Sid. What are you doing?
Is that a joke? No, tell me. Is that a joke? Because last I checked, you've been riding the free coach shine train for a while.
Grooming can't even compare to what we do. You want a taste of what matters? Let me bring up the latest corporate cable.
Dog puzzle on the board plugged into his head. The clicking and clacking makes me sicker than a barbecue sauce bender on a tilt-a-whirl. Just imagine this little dog typing on a little thing.
A frog of Frankenstein, Sid. Did you know there's a frog of Frankenstein? You do now. WoofLeaks. We're talking about a cyber revolution in the making, okay?
Beep boop beep boop. That's all I hear coming out of that tech peddler you call your yapping. Basic dog. This ain't a scene for dogs anymore. You're just roadkill on the information superhighway. An inconsequential mess on the spinning rubber of the corporate machine.
You were the last person I expected to say a thing like that. Dog's ears flatten, and he tucks his board wire between his legs.
Dog! Wait. I didn't mean it like that,
No, you did. You think I can't change things because I was born in a basket of canola oil and anime? Are you really so different, groomer? you're right, and we haven't gone far enough. Maybe it's time to expand the dogosphere. Cause some goddamn chaos. I'm out of here. For good. I keep pushing my friends away. Pushing them like a shopping cart full of pizza pockets. Only in this scenario, there's no microwave ding at the end to bring on that brief rush of euphoria. Just the deafening silence of an empty room that comes with being a groomer in a computer's world. I'm losing loved ones as quickly as I'm running out of similes. Chris, Carl, dog, Dracula. Well, was Dracula really ever so important?
Examine mirror.
Sad visage greets me in the glass. A worn face saturated in tears and condiments that look right at home on a poster fixed to a light pole, missing since last millennium. My pretty boy swagger. Cold and empty. The room's mine, all right. The only decor in sight's my antique collection of unpaid bills stacked in the shape of a 4-letter word. I need to get out of this doggone apartment. I need to get out of Nuevo Toyko. I can only make out shadowed features, but his silhouette never looked so seductive. I try to freshen up, but it do no good. The soy sauce is starting to hit me like a bag of Hanzo steel hammers. My cheeks are twitching and my eyes are rolling into the back of my head like they're trying to jumpstart my brain. But the only juice left in me comes from a sauce bottle.
Oh my god. Okay.
Cool. You want to be the woman?
Okay.
Speechless. There's nothing I can do about it. Not now, and not when I'm still staring next week. I'm glued to her like a Draggers. Yeah, glued to nighttime prowls and cyber chats. The neon glow of her e-cig illuminates her rain-stained onesie. Onesies used to be for babies, but that was the 90s.
God.
They're sophisticated now. Sexy. Not much of a need for babies when you've got them dancing in your email. No, she owns that onesie in a way that spells trouble in capital key presses. I've only been into 20 girls since Chris split, but this dame rolling down my alley in that dangerous romper suit's got my limbic system lit up like Navidad in Nuevo Toyko.
Not a fan of the corporation, stranger? You're not plugged in either. Ha! No. You a Casper?
Casper. What the working class used to call us groomers of the undead. I never would have guessed it by the board burns on her face, but she must not be the highbinder her dress code suggests.
Yeah. Well, I used to be. Keep up the fight. Adios.
What?
Because this is Nuevo Toyko, not New Tokyo, Stacy. Wait! You maybe want to get a drink? What? The rain ain't enough? Not for me, sister. Well, I'm more of a Bishonen girl. Maybe next time.
I doubt there'll be a next time. Who's gonna go for a groomer in the year 2000? It's an old art. Skellies need perms a whole lot less than they need a www and a .com.
Alright. We'll end on that joke.
Yep.
That was great!
You can find it on Game Jolt!
This is the best game I've ever played.